Welcome to the Guardianly podcast. I'm Garrett.
And I'm Lila. At Guardianly, we're on a mission to modernize the phone call experience, to make it safer, smarter, and more productive. A big part of that mission is protecting you from the growing crisis of scam and spam calls that target millions of people every day.
Technology alone isn't enough. Education is just as important. That's why we share real scam stories with lessons you can use to protect yourself and your loved ones.
Today's story is about a familiar scam with a dangerous twist. A man who impersonated distressed family members, tricked seniors into handing over cash, and used unwitting Uber and Lyft drivers to collect the money, all as part of a multi-state crime ring.
So let's walk through what happened.
This case comes from Cleveland, Ohio, where, according to Cleveland 19 News, 34-year-old Luis Alfonso Bissono Rodriguez was arrested and charged with masterminding a string of grandparent scams. Unlike many of our past episodes, this isn't just one victim. This is a pattern of crimes that spanned states, targeted seniors, and drained tens of thousands of dollars from families who thought they were helping someone they loved.
The scam followed a classic playbook: a phone call to an elderly person, usually on a landline, and a panicked voice saying, "Grandma, Grandpa, I'm in trouble." Sometimes the caller claimed to be injured, sometimes arrested, always urgent, always needing money, immediately.
But Rodriguez added a twist. Instead of asking victims to mail cash or give it to a courier, investigators say he hired Uber and Lyft drivers who had no idea what was happening. These drivers believed they were simply picking up packages, not transporting stolen money from terrified seniors.
One of the documented cases happened on October 25, 2024, at a Sheetz gas station in Cleveland. Surveillance video captured a Lyft driver handing a package of cash to a man in a maroon hoodie, believed to be Rodriguez. He slipped the envelope into his hoodie pocket, walked casually into the store, and disappeared with thousands of dollars.
Just a month later, on November 20th, a couple in their 70s received a call from someone pretending to be their son, David. He told them he'd been in a car accident, arrested, and needed $9,000 to post bond. Panicked, they rushed to the bank, withdrew the money, placed it in a package, and handed it to an Uber driver, who unknowingly delivered it to yet another Sheetz station, where Rodriguez was waiting.
And it didn't end there. A 90-year-old woman lost $20,000 in a similar scam. Same method, same delivery setup, different gas station.
Investigators eventually tied Rodriguez to multiple cash pickups and several wire transfers sent overseas. Thousands of dollars moved through Western Union to the Dominican Republic, where he's originally from. Court records also revealed he had overstayed his U.S. immigration authorization by more than 2 years.
This arrest matters because it exposes how organized and how sophisticated these operations really are. It's not a single scammer working alone. It's networks, scripts, rehearsed emotional manipulation, and increasingly, the use of gig economy workers as cover.
So what can we learn from this case? Here are a few key takeaways.
First, if someone calls claiming to be a relative in trouble, always verify. Hang up and call the person directly or contact another family member. Scammers rely on panic to keep you from thinking.
Second, no legitimate jail, hospital, or police department will send an Uber to collect cash. If someone pressures you to hand off an envelope to a driver, that's a scam.
Third, be suspicious of urgency. "You must pay now" is always a red flag.
Fourth, use a family password. A simple code word shared among relatives can instantly reveal whether a caller is real or fake.
And finally, talk to the seniors in your life. Awareness is the best defense. A 2-minute conversation today can prevent a devastating loss tomorrow.
So that's today's story, the case of a pickup man behind a multi-state grandparent scam. A reminder that even familiar old-school scams evolve, and scammers will exploit any system, even Uber and Lyft, to make themselves harder to trace.
Next time on the Guardianly podcast, we'll explore another real-life case. A different scheme, different tactics, but the same lesson. Scammers are out there, and awareness is your best protection.
Thanks for joining us today. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone you care about. The more people we reach, the harder it becomes for scammers to succeed.
Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and remember, Guardianly is here to protect your calls, your connections, and your peace of mind.